All right, in this section, we're going to go through steps 5 and 9 that we covered in lecture 6 or video 6 of this course. And if you remember back to them, step 5 was to test the product according to the packaging, the marketing, and the things that people are actually talking about online. I'm going to go through using the LifeProof nude case for the iPhone 6. I figured since this was the example that I've used throughout the entire course and using it as my own personal case study, I'd go ahead and use the exact same product so that way it's easier to digest and really just to get you in the right mindset to use this system so that it actually works for you. So I'm going to show you how to test the product according to the packaging, which is very simple. And because LifeProof has such great packaging and it looks good as it is, and they list all their benefits right on the back, it's easy for us to make video content based off of that. And then right after we test the product, we're going to move straight into recording a high quality video review. I'm going to show you how I use these tools to make my videos. And because we covered the equipment in the last section, you know what you can start off with and what you can goal to attain to, whether that be my equipment setup or something that you have found online that you want to upgrade to down the road. But we're going to cover how to make the video review itself. After we finish the video review and we got all of our raw footage, we're going to take that raw footage and move right into Adobe Premiere Pro. And I'm going to show you how I use Adobe Premiere Pro to edit videos really quick. And I'll even go into specific tools and features of Adobe Premiere Pro, very simple things, but great things that you can use to pick out things such as a thumbnail, how to get that raw footage cut up and spliced, and the ideal settings for exporting your video. And I'll go through and show you my entire production process with that. Once we finish in Adobe Premiere Pro and we're ready to export, we'll do that. We'll export the video out to desktop, and then we'll move to YouTube where we'll upload the video to our channel. On YouTube is where we're going to put the title and description into our video and also add metadata tags so that our video can be easily ranked and found through YouTube or Google or wherever on the internet. Once the video is uploaded and we got all of our descriptions and titles, what we're going to do is go straight to Facebook, and I'm going to show you how I get instant views through my own self-promotion techniques. And basically what I've already covered, and which you should understand, is that I create a dialogue with actual people on the Facebook like page and also tastefully share my video with them, and that earns me instant views on these videos right after I upload. So just to recap, we're going to test, we're going to shoot, we're going to edit, we're going to export and upload, and then we're going to finally promote our video. So we got quite a bit ahead of us, but this is my favorite section because we actually get into making the video review. Once we've completed this section, then we'll move on to the last and final section where I'll go through channel ownership and the things that I do to maintain my channel and grow my brand, which is exactly what you want to do to make this a long-term thing and consistent passive income system for you. That's enough pre-prep, so let's go ahead and dive into this section. In this video, I'm going to be jumping between two video angles. I'm going to be using the iPhone 6 that I'm recording on now, and I'll also be jumping onto the video for the Canon T2i throughout this video. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to test the product according to the packaging. Okay, so now we're in the video for the Canon T2i. But before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and adjust my mic so that it's set up at just the right angle to talk into as we're looking through the viewfinder on the camera to do our video reviews. So as you see here, I have the VideoMic Pro adjusted at an angle and shooting straight up at me so that when I'm looking to the viewfinder, and as you can see the case in front of you now, you can hear my voice and it's at a nice comfortable angle to talk into instead of at that other angle where I was talking while I was standing up. It worked great for that, but now since we're switching into a video capture mode and actually getting into our video review, it's important that you have your mic set up correctly. But since this is just an instructional video on how to test a product according to the packaging, we're just going to walk through the packaging itself and we're going to explore what's on the box so that you know where to start from. So really this is just a pretty obvious step. What you do is you take a look at the packaging and you effectively think about the benefits that the company is promising with their packaging. So looking at the LifeProof nude case right now, we see that the iPhone 6 is enclosed in their case, obviously, and it's being dunked into water. And you see right on the package this guy that's kayaking in the picture. What they're trying to impress upon you is that this iPhone case is waterproof and that you can take it into tons of different activities, including kayaking, and not worry about your phone getting submerged in water because this particular case is actually waterproof up to 2 meters, and that's about 6 feet that you can dunk your iPhone underwater with a case on. And that's exactly what we're doing with this. We're looking at the benefits that they're promising, and they've got them listed out right here so that we know where to test this product and at the same time give ourselves talking points to cover throughout our video. So when I've done every LifeProof case review, I have mentioned that it's something you can actually touch the screen. I go through the design of the case and talk to people about how it's built, because that's what people are interested in. They want to know how it feels. They want to know if it's too bulky, if it's low profile, if it's sleek, if it's easy to put on, how does it feel in the pocket, just those everyday kind of things. And this is what they list as a benefit. You can actually touch the screen. And the way that this particular case works is that they have a seal that meets up with the glass of your iPhone and makes it watertight so that it's completely waterproof. It's a really cool technology allowing you to touch your iPhone's screen directly. So that's one of the things that I'll talk about in my video review, that you can actually touch the screen. Now, in many of my videos, I've actually done water and dunk tests to show people that yes, you can throw water all over this thing. You can dunk it underwater and it's going to be completely fine. People love seeing drop tests, dunk tests, and any kind of really combat or damage test that they can see on a product, because it's interesting to watch. It's captivating for a few minutes just to watch somebody try to destroy their phone or drown it. Another listed benefit here is that it's completely sealed from dirt, dust, and snow, and this gives people the peace of mind that their phone is going to stay absolutely clean in all types of conditions and work environments. The very last benefit listed on this packaging is that it can survive drops from up to 2 meters, so also a little above 6 feet that you can drop this phone. Now, I, from personal experience, have dropped the iPhone 5S case in particular from above 10 feet, and it has withstood that kind of battering and abuse. And that's also the same video that I showed at the very beginning of this course that has the most views and has earned me the most money. Again, people want to see things tested. They will watch you throw your iPhone case. They will watch you try to drown your phone underwater. It's just interesting, and it takes all but 2 minutes to create or recreate that experience for them through a video review. So what I'll do is I will, in a matter of 1 to 3 days, usually try to do it within a couple days or half a week sometimes, is I'll use the new case for LifeProof in everyday life, and I will put it right on my phone and test out how it feels, how it responds in different situations, like using the Touch ID with the filament that covers it to still make it waterproof. People want to know how cases look, feel, act, respond to battering and damage and abuse, and if it's just a really good case or not. They want to know these very simple things and see you test these benefits. So if you pick out a product that you think would be great for a video review and you just don't know where to start, always go to the packaging first, because this is going to give you your concentrated focus to start your video review and really flesh out those talking points. You can also look at the website to see what they market and the stories that they provide. If there's any kind of advertising on it, the points that they go over, those are all great talking points as well. And to get an even fuller sense of what you should be talking about and what you think people would be interested in, you can actually find out what they would be interested in by going to a company's Facebook page and see what people are talking about, because there are tons of potential customers and existing customers that have tons of questions about their products, and you can test them out so that you can make a video review on it and share it with these people. That wraps up this video. That is how you're going to test the product. Now let's move on to the next couple of videos. First, I'm going to talk about a great way to get acclimated if you're not comfortable with talking on camera at first, and then we'll move right into the official video review. Okay, a great way to get comfortable with talking on video and just getting used to sharing your thoughts in a streamlined manner is just unboxing a product. And you will find these all over YouTube. There's even specific channels dedicated purely to unboxing tech products. You may have even seen a popular channel on YouTube called Unbox Therapy that has tons of subscribers. It's a real thing, it's legitimate, and it's a valid way to get started so that you're comfortable with talking on camera. So that's what I'm gonna do with this video exactly. And if you want, you can incorporate it into your overall review or make it a separate video. Unboxings can stand alone. So you get an idea of how to do it. I'm gonna leave the iPhone 6 recording, and you're gonna be watching me as I actually do the unboxings to get an idea of how to go about it. Now you may hear me stop here and there. If I mess up a word, I will stop and retry to express trust what I'm saying. And that's what you got to understand, is that you don't have to get it perfectly in one shot. Even now, a couple years down the road of doing this, I still mess up words of what I'm saying and skip and pause, and I'll go back in and splice all those together at the end. You'll see that in just about every video of mine. It just is what it is, and you can fix that later on, and I'll show you how to edit that raw footage so that it looks cohesive. But watch me as I get into character and actually talk to the camera as if there's tons of people listening to me. That's the key idea. You're making this for people. You're making this for somebody out there that's curious. So talk to them. Actually talk to them. Yes, they're not here with you presently, but if you can get into that character and talk like that, people are going to emotionally connect with that and build a relationship with you, the reviewer. And that is absolutely key through all of this. So let's go ahead and switch over to the Canon T2i and dive into an unboxing. Okay, for an unboxing video, you want it to be concise. That means short and sweet. So simply just open the packaging, take a look at what's inside, explore it, give your reactions to it, and wrap it up. That's all you have to do. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Hey guys, welcome back to Test Tech. Today I have a special unboxing for the new iPhone 6 nude case from LifeProof. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. Now this particular box is the updated packaging that Apple has released. I actually picked this up at an Apple store the other day. Very clean, very centered, simple, minimal, as Apple is known for. So let's go ahead and unbox this. Okay, so the first thing right out of the box, as you can see, is the LifeProof nude case. Oh, what's this here? This looks new. Never seen this before. Oh, okay, so this is probably what they give you now so that you can uninstall the case on your phone. Before, they would tell you in the instructions to use the coin to undo the case, but it looks like they gave you a little uninstalling tool, which is kind of cool. It means they're thinking forward and improving their product, which is great. So this is something different. They actually give you an origami folded looking box here, which has your accessories and I would guess an instruction manual or owner's manual. Yes. Okay, so we got the cable that you use in order to listen to your iPhone and so keep it waterproof. We got a test unit that you fit right inside of the LifeProof case in order to test it out and make sure that it's waterproof. And you get the optional scratch protector here, as well as a microfiber cleaning cloth to clean off your case and phone, some warranty information, and the owner's manual. Basic stuff. But I really like this packaging update that Apple has done, and LifeProof as well, with their new way to box their product. This year's LifeProof new case looks a lot thinner to fit the form factor of the new iPhone 6. And I can't wait to put it on my iPhone. So that's it for this unboxing, guys. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about anything that's in the packaging or this unboxing itself, let me know. And be sure to subscribe to this channel because I'm going to be testing this case in the next video by dunking it or drowning it underwater with my iPhone inside of it. So stay tuned and check that out when it comes out. Alright guys, peace. So that's really all an unboxing video is. You just talk about what you're thinking about, and you will find that by doing just simple videos like this and talking about your reactions basically, that you get more comfortable with sharing your thoughts in a streamlined manner. All you're doing is sharing what you're experiencing in the moment and what you think about the product. Okay, so this is the video where I show you step by step how I do a video review. And as you can see, I have this abundant bucket of water here that I'm going to drown my iPhone in using the LifeProof nude case. So to cover what kind of review this is, I'm going to be talking about the product and the things that I've tested in my experience using this case in everyday life. But also I'm going to demonstrate one of the benefits and test what we observed on the packaging, which is that it's submersible. This case is submersible. It's what the packaging said. We know it's true because we've tested it and used it in everyday life. And now we're going to demonstrate it for other people and create a video review out of it. And it's so effective. This kind of video will earn you thousands and thousands of views once you start sharing it with people and it starts getting shared by other people and other people. So let's go ahead and dive into the video review now, and I'll show you step by step how I do it. Now, since I have to use my iPhone 6 in order to demonstrate this case, I'm going to have to take it off of recording, and you won't be able to see me doing this as I do it. You'll be watching through the footage of the Canon T2i. And once I finish this review, we're going to take this raw footage into Adobe Premiere Pro, cut it up, and edit it so that we can export it and upload it to YouTube. So let's go ahead and literally dive in. Alright guys, so now we're within the footage of the Canon T2i, and I'm going to show you step by step what I do with a review. The first thing that I always do is I greet my audience. I always say, hey, what's up guys, or welcome back to channel. I always greet the audience first as an entry point for the review. So I'm going to do that now. Hey, what's up guys? This is my review for the LifeProof nude case for the iPhone 6. And I gotta say, after a couple days of using it in everyday life, that I really enjoy having the peace of mind and protection that LifeProof offers. So that's the first thing I do. I give an entry point and comment on the product right off the bat. I jump right into the review. The next thing I'll go through is a little bit of experience or history with the product itself. And typically, like in this case, since I've had this case before, I will comment on my previous ownership of LifeProof's products. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now as well. This is the second time that I've owned this case for the iPhone 6, and I gotta say, compared to my first experience of the LifeProof nude case with the iPhone 6, it is way better. The big problem that I had the first time I owned this case was the sound quality. It was just so muffled and rattled anytime that you would either listen through the speakers on the iPhone, or you would talk to somebody through the phone, or use the speakerphone. With this case in particular that I picked up at the Apple store the other day, it is better. I don't know if it's just from a different batch of production, or if they truly improved the quality of the materials. But I did a test about 20 minutes ago, and I was talking to my girlfriend, and she said that it is a lot better than the other case that I had. So maybe they fixed the problems with the first case, or maybe I just had a defective case, which is possible. But we went ahead and tested out the call from a variety of different angles. We did a call through the speaker phone, and I did it with the charge port closed and open to test that. She said there was a noticeable difference when I actually opened the charge port, that it was much clearer. But the whole time she was commenting on that there was this rustling effect while I was using the speakerphone. Now, when I went over to just using the phone as it is off of speaker, she said it was a lot more clear than using the speakerphone. On a scale of 10, she said that using speakerphone was about a 4, and then using the phone was a 7. And then I went ahead and also did the same thing with that angle and opened the charge port door. And she said it really didn't make any effect, whereas with the speakerphone it did make it a little bit clearer when the charge port door was open. So what it comes down to is I'm glad to say that you can actually make calls on this phone and the person on the other side can hear you, which is a big improvement from my last review, because that was not a good situation. I was not distinguishable and people could not hear me on the other side at all. Now, a thing to note here too is that I picked up this LifeProof nude case at the Apple store, and they updated the packaging, which is a nice little enhancement there. Very clean, minimalist, classic attractiveness that Apple packages all their products with. And also what came in the package is this little disassembling tool, so that when you're opening your case, you can just slide it in that corner. Let me zoom in here. So this tool that they give you is meant to disassemble and help you install your case on your iPhone. So you no longer have to go searching in the couch for a cord or anything like that. You can just use this tool to twist off the case and snap it off, which is really convenient. And then you can also use it to open the charge port door, which a lot of people over the years have been commenting on has been a difficulty. You just use this side and kind of bump it like that, just like that. So convenient little enhancement with this edition of the nude case. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to close it up and snap it back in, because I want to go and demonstrate that you can drown your iPhone with it being totally okay. Okay, so now I'm jumping out of character and I'm talking to you as an instructor. So basically I have worked my way through just talking on key points that I find interesting, and just talking from straight experience that I've had through that few days of testing the product. It's really easy to make a video review when you're talking from specific experiences that you've had and comparing it to previous experiences if you've ever had an experience with that product before, and keeping a mental note of all the things that you find convenient or inconvenient about that product. So I've had an entry point where I started the video, I led into an initial comment about the product, then I went a little deeper and I talked about my previous experience with this product and compared the two, and that led into actually demonstrating its design and enhancements or improvements. And now I'm going to go out actually into demonstrating the benefit of the case being waterproof by testing it and dunking it underwater. So let's go and clear this space out, and I'm going to pick up where I left off in continuity and demonstrate that. Alright guys, so with every other case, as I've done previously for the LifeProof cases, I'm going to go ahead and dunk this underwater. I'm going to dunk my iPhone underwater and put the proof to the test once again. So I got this huge bucket of water, it'll slide right over. I'm going to go ahead and change the angle of the view right now so that you can see this from the side and get the best view as I dunk my iPhone. Okay, so now talking to you as an instructor again, this is a perfect time where you can cut away and try a different angle with your video and demonstrate the benefit of the product. And when we get into Adobe Premiere Pro, this is going to be one consecutive stream of clips that we have mashed together in a cohesive manner so that it looks like one solid review. Now I'm going to go ahead and adjust my camera and we are going to get the view on that. Alright guys, I've set the angle for my camera and got the entire bucket of water in frame, and I've also got the mic set up in place so that it can record my voice while I'm doing this. So now I'm going to go ahead and jump back into character. Alright guys, I got my iPhone 6 installed in the LifeProof nude case, and I've made sure everything is snapped in. The charge port door is completely closed. The headphone jack is screwed in completely as well. Everything should be ready. Let's go ahead and drown this iPhone. Putting LifeProof to the test in 3, 2, 1. It's a pretty epic dunk there. Ooh, nice and cold. As you can see, my phone is completely in here. It's not going to respond to my fingers though because touch capacity is inhibited or disabled underwater, but I can pull it out. And everything is going to operate as normal because this is a totally waterproof case. Completely waterproof. Alright, let's go ahead and dunk it one more time for good measure. That's what makes LifeProof a LifeProof. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed my video review. If you have any questions, please make sure to leave a comment below and I will get back to you as quick as I can on it. Thanks for watching. Peace. Okay, so guys, this is exactly what you want to do. You want to keep it short and sweet. You want to talk on the main talking points of your personal experience. You also want to be completely transparent about what you're talking about. You don't want to make up content. You want to talk about the things that people actually care about and put the packaging, the marketing, everything about that product to the test, because that's what people want to watch. That's what they care about. So I hope you enjoyed that step-by-step video on how to make a review, and now we are going to continue on with editing this raw footage inside of Adobe Premiere Pro, and from there we'll export it and upload it to YouTube and move on to promotion on Facebook. Okay, now that we have our raw footage, we're going to move right into Adobe Premiere Pro, and I'm going to begin by opening it up. As you can see here, this is the exact footage we're going to be working with, but I have to open up a brand new project in order to edit that raw footage so that it's just the review itself. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up now. New file, new project. And we're going to name this LifeProof Nude Case Review. Hit OK. Excellent. So now we have a brand new project to work with. And the great thing about Adobe Premiere Pro is that you can move into it and you don't even have to download your raw footage or your files to your computer before you use them. So if I navigate here in the media browser to EOS_digital, that's my video card. All I've done is put it into my Mac, and now I can grab these files and edit them straight from the video card, which is excellent because you don't have to wait for anything to import before you start working on your project. You can get right to it and start cutting up footage and making it into a seamless review. Since I know where my files are, I'm going to go ahead and click on it right here in DCIM. And in particular, we're going to be working with the last two videos on the video card. So this one and this one. Now to get things going and started, what you do is you double click on the video that you want to draw footage from first. And since it's going to be this video, it's going to pop up on this thing called the source box. Now the source box is where you can look at your raw footage and isolate bits and pieces to drag over to the timeline, which is down here at the bottom right corner. And there's a very easy way to go about this, and this is why I call it a super fast method of video editing. Now when you find a piece of footage from the raw footage that you want to get and drag to the timeline, all you have to do in order to isolate that bit is to put an in and an out mark. Now there's two ways to do this in Adobe. You can either use these left and right brackets to mark the in and to mark the out, or you can simply tap on your keyboard the letter I for in, and you see it put that in mark there. Now if I drag it along the timeline down the way and I tap O, it's going to give me an out mark. Now I can take this and drag this straight to the timeline, and you see that it's added to the timeline right here, that footage that I isolated. Now I'm going to undo that because I don't want to get that footage. What I first want to do is figure out where I want to grab my footage from. So in order to do that, I have to listen and play back my video to figure out where's the first bit start for the review. So I always just play the video right off the bat to kind of figure out where we are going to start from. So let me go and play through. Alright guys, so now we're within the footage of the Canon T2i, and I'm going to... Okay, now I see that that's really early. If you remember back to the last video, that's where I'm talking about the first thing that I always do with my YouTube tech reviews. But what I want to do is, oops, and I zoomed out here. Let's go ahead and fit back to screen here. There we go. What I want to do is I want to kind of zoom out because this is a longer video, and I want to figure out where my starting point is. Now, if you drag this little blue marker, that's called scrubbing. And scrubbing is simply just playing the audio back. And you hear all that slurring, but that's going to be really helpful in figuring out exactly where to start your piece of footage and where to stop it. So let's try to figure out where we start this review. Guys, so now we're within the footage of the Canon T2i. Alright, that's still a little too early. Click over here and see if we get any closer. Some dead silence. So maybe we need to draw a little bit here. What's up guys, or welcome back to... Almost there. I think it's almost towards the 2-minute mark, closer to the 2-minute mark. So jumping forward a little bit here, I figured out that our entry footage is at 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So what I'm going to do is play that back for you now so you can hear that, and then we'll go ahead and isolate it. So I'm going to play it back here, just pushing the spacebar. Hey, what's up guys? This is my review for the LifeProof nude case for the iPhone 6. So that is our first little bit here, and I'm going to drag back to 2 minutes and 10 seconds so that we can isolate that specifically. Now, instead of using these brackets, I always use the I and the O letter keys because it's so much quicker just to tap on your keyboard and get straight away with grabbing this raw footage. So on my Mac keyboard, I'm just going to type I, and you see it jumps forward to make that end mark. And then I'm going to let it play back so that we get our full piece of raw footage. Hey, what's up guys? This is my review for the LifeProof nude case for the iPhone 6. Okay, now I can drag this back a little bit and it'll only step back 1 frame if I use this backwards arrow. It's going to go back 1 frame at a time. Okay, so now you heard that little 6, the ending of 6. That's exactly where we want to put our out mark. You can be as granular with the timing as you want with this, but really as long as you get it right after the closing sound, it's going to be fine. So what I'll do is just drop the out mark by tapping the letter O on my Mac keyboard. And now it has that piece of raw footage isolated. All that is isolated is that first entry phrase where I'm introducing the LifeProof nude case. Now that that's set, what we'll do is we'll actually click on the video that's in the source box right here, so you see where my cursor is, click on this and then drag it straight to the timeline. Now you'll see the representation of that clip in the timeline, and you can drag this wherever you want as long as you leave your finger depressed on the trackpad. So I'm going to drag this over to the very beginning, and you'll see that it snaps right into place to show you that's where the video will start. So I'm going to let go of my mouse click now, and that's where it's dropped that footage. And when we play it back, we'll see that it starts right at that entry point. Hey, what's up guys? This is my review for the LifeProof nude case for the iPhone 6. And you'll see that it didn't completely stop right at that end of 6 being spoken. So what you can do is you can drag the end of that clip until it snaps into place with that marker or that little line across the timeline. So I'm going to drag it in and it snaps right into place for me. And when we play this back, hey, what's up guys? This is my review for the LifeProof nude case for the iPhone 6. You'll see that it ends right after 6. That way you can fine tune each and every piece of raw footage to get the best timing. Now we'll move on to the next piece of raw footage that we're going to isolate. And I'm going to play through here to kind of figure out where we're at. And I got to say, after a couple days of using it in everyday life, that I really enjoy having the peace of mind and protection that LifeProof offers. Okay, we're going to grab that piece now too. So let's back up the marker in the source box. We're going to drop an in marker with the letter I on the Mac keyboard. I'm going to play it back here, see where we're at. Using it in everyday life. Okay, so that's a little after where we want. I'm just going to pull this marker now and do what we called with scrubbing, and it's about right there. So I'm going to hit the letter I on my keyboard again, and that was not quite. So I'm going to use the arrows. You can also use the arrows on your keyboard to go back one frame, and you'll hear that little starting of the phrase, and it's at 2 minutes 18 seconds and then that 10th. So I'm going to drop the in marker again. It's updated that, and then I'll play it through. And I gotta say, after a couple days of using it in everyday life, that I really enjoy having the peace of mind and protection that LifeProof offers. Okay, great. So now we're going to stop it after offers and drop the out marker. And if you don't like using your keyboard, don't forget that you can also use these in and out markers as well. I just like to use the keyboard, as I've already said. So we're going to drag this footage, clicking on the video in the source box. Keeping our finger clicked, we'll drag over to the timeline. And now we're going to get it right after our first phrase that we started with, and it's going to lock right into place because we have snapping turned on. There we go. Now those two pieces of raw footage have been cut and spliced and locked right next to one another so that it appears and sounds like it's one seamless statement or one seamless piece of footage. So I'm going to back this out to the very beginning and play it back. Hey, what's up guys? This is my review for the LifeProof nude case for the iPhone 6. And I gotta say, after a couple days of using it in everyday life, that I really enjoy having the peace of mind and protection that LifeProof offers. Perfect. So that's exactly what we want. We want all of our clips throughout our entire review to be one seamless whole. You're going to follow this method of editing throughout the entire review. So you're going to go through all your raw footage and find all the pieces and stop and start them at the perfect timing so that the way your review is coming across and being spoken is seamless and cohesive. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and stop this video, and I'm going to go through the rest of the footage myself and edit it up so that you don't have to wait around the entire time. Now, it can take a long time still if you have a lot of footage to edit, but since this is a short video and a short review, it shouldn't take too long. Now, this is my personal method of video editing, and I've used it from the very beginning since I started doing tech reviews, and if you follow it, it should prove efficient for you as well. Now, you may adopt certain methods that are totally your own over time, and that's completely fine, but this is just a very basic, easy, and quick way to edit video, and I love it. To me, the way Adobe Premiere Pro has things set out and laid out is very streamlined and just makes complete sense. It's the best video editor I've ever personally used. So let me go ahead and edit up the rest of the footage, and you'll see what I have at the very end. Alright, so I've went through and cut up all the raw footage and spliced and joined it together in this one cohesive group of clips. And from beginning to end, it's going to play for your viewers as a cohesive whole. There's not going to be any ums or stalling or mess ups because we have spliced everything together to make it seem like it is seamless. Now that I'm done editing this video, the last thing I need to do is add the in and out marker for my timeline. So I'm going to drag it to the front, tap I. Now I'm going to drag the timeline marker to the end. And right at 4:15, I'm going to hit O. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to export this footage out to make it one whole video. And I'm going to show you my export settings now. So I'm going to go to File, Export, Media. It's going to bring up this dialog box, and you can actually preview it as a whole in this side over here. Otherwise, you can go straight away to setting up your export settings. So when I'm exporting out to YouTube, I always choose H.264. This is the best setting I found for YouTube videos. And then I'll go to the output name, click it once, and it gives you the option in the Save As dialog box to change the name. So here I'm going to put the name of my review officially, because when we upload it to YouTube, it's going to grab this file name as the title. So I'm just going to put Life Proof Nude Case Review and Water Test. Okay, that's good. And the destination for this export is going to be my desktop. I'm just going to click Save, and now you see that it's reflected the new file name. Now, as far as all the other settings, you can go in here. I pretty much leave all the other export settings alone. Now, if you want to add metadata to it, maybe add rights management or some release notes about it, maybe even embed your website to it, you can go through these individual listings and edit that metadata. Alright, since everything else looks good, we're going to go ahead and hit Export. And it's going to begin encoding our video for export. And now this is going to take a little bit depending on your computer. If you don't have a computer with a dedicated video graphics card or a fast processor, this could take a long time. But because I have a top of the end Mac, it's only going to be about 5 or 6 minutes for this to export straight out to my desktop. And it's pulling straight from the video card all the individual pieces of raw footage we cut up and joined together. Okay, since it's going to take a few minutes for this video to export, I'm going to let it do its thing, and then in the next video we're going to join up again and start to upload our video to YouTube and add all of our important tags and details, including the title, the description of the video, and tags we want to add to the video. You can hear my computer ramping up in the background now because it's trying to export the video, so I'm going to end this video and see you in the next lecture. Okay, so now that our video is exported to the desktop, as you can see right here, we're going to go straight to YouTube, and we're going to go to the top right hand corner, and I'm going to click the upload button. I'm going to click the big arrow here to upload my video, and you'll see it's the middle one right here. Select it and choose. Now straight from here, it's going to take the file name and place it as the title for this video. That's exactly what we want. Now all we have to do is add a description to this video. You can use the description box as a place to describe your video and a quick synopsis, and also include some minor keywords. Okay, so our video is done uploading, and I got a quick little description in here of my video. What I'm going to do now while it's still processing is add in some tags that I think would be effective in tagging my video. And YouTube also provides these suggested tags that you can click on and select from if you think it's relevant to your video. Alright, now that I'm done with tagging my video, everything else looks like it's good to go and it's done processing, so now I can just hit publish. And if you want to, you can also share straight from your Google Plus or just a message out to your subscribers. Now you see that it takes some automatic shots from your video that you can pick from. And while these aren't necessarily bad, I'm going to show you what I do to extract the exact thumbnail that I want out of my raw footage for the video so that my video has the perfect thumbnail. But for right now, I'm just going to go and choose this last thumbnail because I think it looks the best out of the auto suggestions. And I'm going to go ahead and publish my video to my YouTube channel, and you see that it's reflected with that new thumbnail that I selected. So I'm going to hit publish, and now this is the link that I can share on Facebook. So if I double click this, select it all, and then Command C on the Mac to copy that link, I can take that straight over to Facebook and start promoting my video and talking to people about this case who have questions. And I'll show you how I do that in the next video. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on the videos tab. And you see that this video is still processing. It means that it's still being uploaded to YouTube and all the information is still taking time to process. So while that's processing, let's jump back into Adobe Premiere Pro. And let's pick out the perfect thumbnail for our video. Now I'm going to show you the tool that you need to use in order to do this. And how we're going to do that is we're going to scrub through the timeline. And we're going to try to find the best looking frame to extract and use for our thumbnail. Okay, so I've scrubbed through the raw footage and I've found these two thumbnails to be my favorite. I like how my hand's underwater with the iPhone 6 inside the nude case in this one over here. And then I also like how this one is just framed really well in the center of the shot and just would look ideal for anybody that's kind of browsing through the results they find on YouTube. It shows the case front and center on the iPhone 6 and I think it looks really good. Now what I do is I use this little tool feature here called Export Frame, and it's this little camera icon that you can click on to export the frame straight out of Adobe Premiere Pro. And when I click it, like I just did, it brings up this export frame dialog box where you can name that JPEG frame that you're going to export out of the program to your desktop. And if you look closely here, you'll notice that there's an export frame button in both the source window and the playback window over here. So whether it's in your raw footage from the source window or it's the final playback over here that you find the frame that you want to export for your video thumbnail, you can do it from both. But since mine's in the playback window, I'm going to go and export the frame right from the final footage. And I'm just going to name this Life Proof Nude Thumbnail. I'm going to keep it as JPEG for the format, and then I'm going to leave it at desktop because that's where I want to export it. So I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to minimize Premiere Pro. And now you'll see at the top right corner here is my video thumbnail. Now what we need to do is jump back into YouTube. Let's refresh this page to see if the video is done processing. Still not done processing. Let's go ahead and now, since we haven't enabled Google AdSense for this video, we can't upload a customized thumbnail. So that's what we're going to have to do first. Okay, the first thing that we need to do is go to Video Manager and then Channel. And because we haven't set up our channel for Google AdSense yet, we need to go ahead and enable that right now. So there's this link under Channel, Status and Features, and Monetization right here, where you can do just that. You're going to enable your YouTube channel for Google AdSense, and this is going to be the way that you make money. The monetization happens by Google displaying ads on your videos, and if you want to learn more about it, they have a Learn More link over here where you can learn about the Google AdSense program. I'd recommend looking through that just to get yourself acquainted with the whole program. But right now in this video, we're just going to go ahead and enable this channel for monetization. So I'm going to click Enable, and it's just saying your account is not enabled for monetization. Enabling your account allows you to monetize your videos. That's exactly what we want to do. And in order to enable our account for monetization, we have to have one of our videos, at least one of our videos, approved in order for us to become a YouTube partner. So to do that, I'm just going to click Enable My Account. You have to agree to the terms and conditions. Some rules you should know off the bat is that you cannot click on your own Google ads. You will get kicked out of the program if you do that. So do not click your own ads on your own videos. And also has you agree to not post any content that you do not possess sufficient rights for. So keep those in mind, and in order to follow the program to the T, please look at all the rules in that program. This is my disclaimer that I am not going to be responsible for anything that you do with your Google AdSense program. It's up to you and your responsibility to look through the program and the rules in order to follow them. So I'm going to hit Accept. and I want to monetize these ad formats. Both of them are fine by me. I'm going to go ahead and click monetize. Okay, so now we got this box that says monetization settings are updated for our one video. For more information, there's another link on monetization that you can go to. And it also says above here that to enable each individual video for monetization, you just have to go to the drop-down menu for actions, select that video, and click monetize. We got it, so we're going to click got it. And now you'll see that our video is updated with this money icon, meaning that our video is now monetized. Okay, so now we are all set. We should be able to go back into edit settings. And now we have this custom thumbnail button that we can click on. So we're going to click on that and add our custom thumbnail that we extracted out of Adobe Premiere Pro. Click choose. Excellent. So now it has our custom thumbnail now. We're going to go ahead and click save changes. Changes are successfully saved. Now it's going to take some time for the thumbnail, our custom thumbnail, to show up and be saved over top our video, and it will also take some time for the processing of this video still. So when this is done processing, I'm going to go straight over to Facebook and show you how to promote this video by integrating it into everyday conversation with people on the Facebook like page. So let's continue on to the next lecture. Alright, so our YouTube channel is really coming along here. It looks complete now. We have our YouTube channel fleshed out with all our graphical elements, and we even got our first video uploaded to our channel. As you can see, it's reflecting the custom thumbnail that we exported out of Premiere Pro, and everything looks good. Everything's perfect and ready to be promoted. I'm going to show you the exact thing that I do the instant I've uploaded a new video to my channels. And what I do is I go straight to Facebook. Now, the thing that's going to be different about this is that it's not around the time of launch, and there's not as many people that are going to be talking about it because it's not a new product anymore. It's been out for a while and people have purchased it and used it. And as you already know, because I showed you in my roadmap, that timing is crucial. So really this is just a video, a mock video to show you my process. I'm going to go straight to Facebook, and I've already pulled up LifeProof's official page. And now what I'm going to do is scroll through the feed and see if anybody's talking about their products. So after looking through the Facebook feed, I found somebody that is expressing the exact concerns that my video addresses. This gentleman in particular bought a LifeProof case just yesterday, but he's having problems because he's experiencing humming and the inability to talk to people. The people on the other end can't hear him. And as if you remember back in my review, I expressed that that's what I experienced the first time I bought the LifeProof nude case. So what I'm going to do with him is just to share with him that I actually picked up one from the Apple Store, and maybe even suggest that it's a issue with production. So I'm going to reply to this gentleman, and in the same comment also integrate my video and share it with him. Okay, so I've composed my comment to this gentleman, and in hopes of helping him, I also shared my YouTube review that talks exactly about this issue, because with my second case, the quality seems to work fine now. So hopefully this helps him out and maybe even influences his choice to check out the Apple Store's version and try it for himself. But the main goal is to promote this video and get it off its feet so that it starts getting views and snowballing with exposure. And every year when the LifeProof cases come out, I do this. I do it at the time that it's fresh, brand new, and there's tons of people on the Facebook page talking about it. But this was just to show you my process, and luckily enough I found this gentleman who was voicing a concern that my video review addressed. This is exactly how it's done. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter to finalize my comment to him. And now you see that my comment also includes a little snippet of what the video looks like, and people can click it straight from Facebook and watch the YouTube video. So this is perfect. Other people are going to see that this interaction that I've made with this other guy. But the main thing is that everybody that scrolls this particular post will see this big old video and be drawn to click on it because it has that enticing and attractive thumbnail with the LifeProof nude case front and center. So this is exactly it, guys. This is the proof in the pudding. This is how I get reviews right off the bat, and I will do this over and over and go through the feed and try to help people as much as possible so that I can share my video and it can gain exposure. So you did it. You completed this entire course. I just want to say congratulations and thank you for enrolling to begin with. It's been such a pleasure sharing what I know about YouTube and giving you the system, the paradigm, my whole process revealed so that you can build your own YouTube channel and grow it out. One thing to remember is that if you make it your aim to help people, to engage with them, to connect, you're going to grow your YouTube channel so much bigger than you now can imagine. So make it your aim and focus to help people. Have fun, be creative, earn profit, reinvest it, upgrade your equipment, and just have a blast. It's an awesome opportunity in this day and age to say that you can own your own YouTube channel and make passive income from it. And it's a lot of fun. You're going to find that out more and more as you develop your channel. Please remember, if there's anything that I can clarify for you that I've gone through in this course, use the discussion tab. It's on the right side of each video because that's the main way you and I can interact and I can help you. One more thing, if you found this course insightful and helpful to you, please leave a review and let me know what you think, because it's going to help me grow this course out, and not only that, but improve myself as an instructor, which is my personal goal on Udemy. Anyways, thanks again, and for now, take care.